after going to film school, like I kind of like, it was a harsh truth where I was like, oh, I gotta lock in on everything. I can't just watch Star Wars for 50 times in a row. I gotta like really watch everything and like be fluent in everything. My first class for film, I was like, damn, like, all these people are serious about going to, like, I knew me, and then Connor, and everyone else was like, oh my God, you guys want to go to film? And now everyone else is doing the same thing. It was like, whoa, this is like shock. You really just had to make it yourself, but also it's kind of hard as like a kid in college, because like you're just like, whoa, 50% of it was me like putting in the effort or mind power to try to get there. But then the other like 50% is kind of just like things happening just because, you know, divine intervention, or like higher power, whatever you want to say, like things just happen.
Hey, it's your girl Blessing B, and welcome back to the Blogging B podcast, the podcast production that is capturing the Minneapolis artistry lane, connecting with content creators, community members, and advocates, while being rooted in West African culture. I also like to talk about other topics such as non-traditional ways of school, women's health, and so much more. If these topics tickle your fancy, be sure to stick around for the long run. On today's episode, we have someone that I've been wanting to have on this show for a pretty long time. He was actually like one of the top 3 people that came to mind when I first started thinking about podcasting. I was like, who do I want to have on my show? Who can I connect with? Yes. No, because it's like, I'll get into that later. But I've wanted to have you on my show for a long time. And you're actually one of the team members who's been keeping this production rolling, so big kudos to you. Everybody welcome Nathan.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Okay, let me go back and answer your question. Why I wanted to have you on the show is because after we worked on that music video with Dom and Joe, I was literally just like, you guys are so cool. Like, I want to hang out with more creatives. I want to hang out with people who do different things. And you guys honestly inspire me. Like, just like seeing your acting and then seeing them behind the camera, and like the way they had the whole production rolling was just like, you know, like we're not even like in our 30s and we're doing this. We're not even in our 40s. I always thought like people had to be older to create their own production. So seeing people my age, literally so inspiring. So yeah, that's why I literally chose you to be on the show.
No, literally like anyone can do anything.
That's what I'm saying.
It doesn't matter when, doesn't matter who. Like,
and it's never too late. Yeah. So thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So let's get into the beginning. So who is Nathan? Like, you know, who are you? And yeah, let me just start with that.
That's such a loaded question.
It can be from like background to like creative journey, just, you know, those type of things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I started as a dancer because my mom owned a dance studio for 20 years. So it was like kind of just like in the family. Like, it wasn't even like a choice. Like, of course, if I didn't want to dance, she would have been like, that's fine. But like, it kind of just like naturally happened just because like my whole family was involved in that.
Oh, okay. What type of dance?
Everything. Literally everything. Like ballet, tap, jazz, lyrical, contemporary, like
that's
you name
actually
it.
Really dope.
Yeah, it was super fun. And I mean, that's a whole nother topic of conversation, but like they used to do like competitions and everything. Like, it was
serious
whole 9
business.
yards. Yeah,
okay,
it was super
I like
fun.
That, yeah.
But like, I loved dance, but it was also like, I just enjoyed being there because of like the community and because of like, I think music in general like really like inspired me to just like be creative and then just being on stage and being able to perform and like give people like enjoyment was like something I really like thrived off of. But like dance itself wasn't necessarily like what I wanted to do. But like as a kid, I don't think you necessarily like either A, you know exactly what you want to do, or B, like you kind of just like figure it out.
Right.
And I think eventually like my grandma brought out like a video recorder. It was like, just started recording everything. And then that's when I was like, what's this? Like a camera, this looks dope.
Right.
And then my friend that lives across the street, his dad also had a camera, but like they watched more movies in a sense of like they're more in like pulp culture, where like my grandma and mom like showed me movies that came out, but they weren't like, you know, in the pulp culture scene where they were. And like we were all huge fans of Star Wars, so they were like, why don't we recreate Star Wars? So then like
Oh,
I like
wow.
wrote the script, we directed it, like made it and everything, and then that's when I was like, okay, yeah, film is like what I want to do.
Wait, no, that's actually like the best lore. I'm not gonna lie. Like, what? You got to recreate Star Wars?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you
And
guys
then
still have the video and everything?
he still hasn't edited it,
Really?
actually. Yeah, it's been like 15 years and he still hasn't edited it. But
Oh
he
my
gave us a
gosh.
trailer, so I
Yeah.
had the trailer somewhere.
That's
But
nice though.
yeah, so
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
But then since then, like I just knew like that mix of like performing and acting is like what I really liked.
Yeah.
But like I had to, at the time, I didn't really have people around me that liked to do that. So I had to
Yeah.
like direct and write my own stuff to make myself like be able to act.
Yeah.
So then that's when I started kind of like doing YouTube, because then I would write my own skits and then direct it, but like so then I can act and do stuff.
Yeah.
So
Wow. Oh my gosh. That's okay. So then like it was embedded in you since a kid to do it. It wasn't something that just came up like, you know, during high school or like middle school.
yeah,
So,
no,
okay.
I would say like since maybe like 3rd grade. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you kind of answered my next question about like how like your childhood impacted your creative journey, which is super dope story.
Yeah.
So my next question is gonna be, what is your creative lane? So you said you didn't like to do dance and stuff like that, and you were making YouTube videos and everything. So let's talk more about like what you like to do now.
That's hard. Like I have like, usually when I tell people I do film and then they get to know me, they're like, wait, well, what do you want to do in the film scene? I'm like, good question. Like, I think I would say, like, I would lean towards acting, because I think because of dance, like I said, I like to just like perform
Yeah.
and be able to like make people have like enjoyment and like gives me like satisfaction like in the
Right.
moment.
I'm the same way.
Like even yeah, like
Yeah.
it's just, I don't know, it's a weird feeling, but it's a good feeling. Like even like theater, where I wasn't necessarily a theater kid, but I did theater one year, and like just like the applause and everything is just something I
know.
thrive off
Yeah.
of. So and directing can be the same, but it's more like subtle. You're behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And it sounds like I just want like gratification, but like I don't know.
I mean, but like, okay, I'll be real with you. Something I had to acknowledge myself to, even like with starting this podcast. It's like we all want validation in some way. As long as it's healthy, I don't think it's a bad thing. Like
Yeah.
I like to be on the camera. I like to hear
Yeah.
myself talk.
What?
I like to see myself. You know, just I like to see myself
but
vibe. So
I feel like it's more fun sometimes. Like
Yeah.
directing and writing is like when you're in the mode and in the mood too. Like it's like you feel like you're in a flow state.
Right.
But like it's hard. It really is. Like especially to write and direct. Like to write, like you really have to be like I said, like in the mode to be able to like have those thoughts flow through you.
Right.
And like when you're feeling it, it's the best feeling in the world. But like sometimes like there might be script challenges and stuff that you gotta like write around, and then when you're directing, like you're in charge of everything. So like it can be stressful sometimes,
Right.
and I think acting can be too. But I think it is a little bit less stress-free because it's someone else's vision. So
yeah,
you're
you're
just
just kind of playing.
like,
in the moment.
yeah.
So since a kid, how many like YouTube videos have you like written out and directed for yourself? Because it's like I feel like it's already starting like to put you in that lane of like a director. So that's really cool.
I don't know. I don't have like the number, but like I started making just like videos just cause like, and didn't post them anywhere. Just like made them, and then with my best friend from dance, like he like saw that I was like wanting to make stuff like that, and I think he always wanted to, but like he never really thought like he should or
Yeah.
could, and then like we were like, no, let's make videos together. So then like we made a YouTube
Nice.
channel together.
Yeah.
But we did like challenges and like stupid skits and stuff. Like,
Did
it
you
was-
ever watch Wasbi Production?
That's literally
that's
my
what I was thinking when you
inspiration.
said that. Oh my
Literally,
gosh.
literally, like-
bro, I swear they were like the best YouTubers. Like I still go back and watch
They
the
were.
videos.
They
like,
were. I
yeah.
know. It's kind of sad to watch them now. 'Cause they're
Yeah.
like older, and then it's like makes you look at yourself like, damn, like, what happened? Like shit. Like,
No, for real.
yeah. But
Oh my
no,
gosh.
huge inspiration
Yeah.
for sure. And then we made maybe like 40 videos on that YouTube
Nice.
channel, and then we always loved making videos together, but like I think sometimes we both wanted like to do different things with the channel. So then like we started making our own videos on the channel, and then I was like, well, just so I don't like feel bad about making my own stuff on this channel, I might just make my own channel.
Yeah.
So then I made my own channel.
Nice.
And then the thing is, like, sometimes I would like get inspiration from other videos, but then like end up kind of making the same video.
Yeah.
But like it was fun practice.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit here and be like, yeah, my videos were fire.
Yeah.
Like, they were just like, I was having fun.
Yeah.
But one of them I did, the Billy Bounce like challenge.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Wait, with the legs going
Yeah,
down. Oh
and
my
like the I
gosh.
Love Bingo
Yeah.
mask. I made like a stupid video
Really?
for that same dance challenge with like bad masks. Like it just like didn't make sense. It was funny, but
Yeah.
like it was like I called it like the Ratchet parody.
Yeah.
For some reason, it got like 1.5 million views, and I was like,
Damn!
"What the hell?"
Wait, hold on. Wait, how old were you?
I was like 14, maybe.
What?
Yeah. But then like when that happened, I was like, "Okay, like this is
Yeah.
we can maybe do
yeah,
this."
Yeah. Bro, I need to see that video after this.
Okay.
That's so crazy.
I don't know about that, but
But I feel like when YouTube was just coming up, like it was so easy to go viral. Like,
Oh, yeah.
because it's like, bro, everything was cringe, and that's the point. That was what was funny. Like, it didn't matter how cringy it was. It was like, this is entertainment.
yeah, and people actually watch YouTube.
Yeah.
Like it's definitely changed now.
Yeah.
And like everyone is on social media and everyone's making content,
Mm-hmm.
which is a great thing, but it's also like kind of hard because now there's like so many different options to watch that
Yeah,
like,
that's
no
true.
one's watching like this is my guy. It's kind of just like everything. You know what
Yeah,
I
I
mean?
agree. But that's why I honestly just want to keep going with YouTube, because since a kid, I always wanted to have like a nice YouTube platform, like the 2 channels, having 2 different things going on. So it's
Yeah.
like, regardless of whoever watches, I'm still gonna do it for entertainment purposes for myself. So,
yeah,
yeah.
no, 100%.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. So when was your first official acting gig? Like, first time you got like your time on the stage or something like that?
Like just in general or like
I would say just in general. Cause have you done like
excluding like the videos I made and stuff?
yeah.
I'd probably say like theater in high school.
Theater?
Was like the first like thing that I acted in that wasn't like my friends or wasn't like me making the video. And then once I got to college, then like I started like just auditioning for like open calls that like people at DePaul would post and stuff, and then got some work through that. So
Nice. So let's talk about more of like your theater experience. Like, what high school did you go to?
Burnsville.
Burnsville. Oh wow. Okay. I actually haven't come across anybody who's gone to that school. So that's actually
That's probably a good thing.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Wait, was the school nice though? Like,
Yeah, I mean, for some reason, people when they hear Burnsville, they're like, "Ooh,
Yeah.
Burnsville." When it's like I like Burnsville.
Yeah.
Like, it's a nice school.
Yeah.
It was clean. Like, we have a huge like school population. Like, we have like 2,500 kids in
Yeah.
that building, and like it's super diverse, which is fun. Like, I'd never really felt like shunned out. I never felt like I was like, of course, like yes, I'm a minority, but I never really was like in my face there.
Yeah.
Which is like I really enjoyed being there. Academics were like pretty like solid and
Yeah.
like middle, but I think we have a bad rep because it's like people say it's ghetto.
yeah, cause it's kind of like when you said Burnsville, I thought of like Bloomington schools. Like I heard like a few.
See, yeah,
that-
Bloomington is definitely worse, I would
Worse?
say. But like it's also like you have 2,500 kids and we're all from different like cultures, so it's like you're
That's
just
so true.
gonna like there's gonna be problems
Yeah.
eventually. You know what I mean? It's just gonna
Honestly,
happen. So, but it never was like bad where I felt like unsafe. Like when stuff happened, like everyone, even the people who were the goody two shoes, were like, "Oh my God, there's something
Yeah.
happening," and we were all like, "Oh no,"
Yeah.
like it wasn't like, "Oh my God, I gotta go home."
Right.
It never was
Okay,
like
so that's
that.
good. That's good.
Yeah,
So like what was the theater or the play that you were in?
it's called Seussical.
Suzical?
It's like Dr. Seuss, like
Oh.
all their stories kind of combined into like a musical.
So how did that work? Like,
It's kind of hard to explain, but it's like the Cat in the Hat is like narrating the whole thing, and then like it's kind of about like Horton, like Hears of Who. It's kind of like his story, so it's a little bit of like, yeah, Horton Hears Who, but then
Yeah.
also you have like the Lorax that kind of comes in, and then you have like the Who's. So it's kind of hard. I couldn't tell you
but
like the whole story to be honest.
It
I don't
sounds
remember.
really intriguing though. Like
It was fun, but guess who I was? I was a monkey.
the monkey.
I was a monkey. Yeah.
Wait, from what
The
movie?
Wickersham brothers. So it's like from the Lorax, like the hooligans, like the monkeys that are like causing.
Oh wait, I actually just watched Lorax the other day. Those
Yeah.
little monkeys.
Yeah, I think so. But they do like talk and have personality, but they're just like they're like up to no good. Like they're just like pranksters and stuff.
Wait, low key, like, was that racially
I know, right? But low key, like
was
it did work though.
Okay,
'Cause, like,
okay.
It was the role I probably would have chosen for myself too.
Okay.
'Cause I got to like be on stage and
And
like
just
it
be
was
kind of
fun.
silly?
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
you didn't think too much of
Yeah.
it. Okay, that's
and there
good.
wasn't just me. There was like 4 other guys too.
Okay,
doing it,
okay.
So
Okay.
one of them else was black too, but 2 of them.
Okay, okay. I mean, as long as it didn't come off that way, then I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
no,
we're not
it
tripping.
didn't
but
feel that way at all. But yeah,
Okay.
no, it was super fun. I enjoyed it. It's definitely different. I enjoyed mixing like the dance and the acting together and singing. Like I enjoyed singing. I wasn't like the best singer,
I was just
but
about
like
to ask, like, do you like to sing?
I do, but like now I never sing. So when I do, I'm like, ooh, like no, I gotta stop. Like this
Real?
is bad. Like what am I doing?
Yeah.
But
I
as
hear
a
that.
kid, like I feel like I did, and I was decent. I wasn't like great.
Yeah.
But like I definitely was more of like the acting and dancing
Okay.
scene. But it was fun, but I just like the people were great and fun, but the like theater culture is definitely real. And like
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
My friend Chris Owusu, shout out you, Chris. Yeah, he does not play. Like he
Yeah.
really used to get down with the acting and stuff like that. And I always got inspired. I'm just like, damn, like how do you just bring out so much passion? Like it's
Yeah.
just so beautiful. But,
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's definitely like, cause I, being a dancer, I had that like dance community, and they're
Yeah.
very like similar, where like they both have a lot of drama, but like, I don't know. For me, it felt like the dance community was a little bit more just like anyone comes in, where like theater was definitely more like culty.
Yeah.
Like,
They
who are
did-
you coming in all of a sudden? We've been doing this
right.
for 15 years, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
that's a different story.
Yeah.
But yeah, so.
Okay. So, why did you get into your acting/director role? Like, why did you choose to be in those type of lanes over like dancing and singing?
I think it kind of relates to what I was saying earlier, where it's like, I like the performativeness of dance, but I didn't necessarily like dance itself, where I kind of just enjoyed playing different characters. So that kind of like showed me that like dance is fun, but
Yeah.
it's not necessarily what I want to do. But like acting, I love to play characters. I love movies. Like it just like makes sense. And then the directing came in because I like would give myself content to do. So I would kind of like direct myself.
Yeah.
So I could act and stuff, because I didn't have a lot of people around me that like wanted to do the same thing
Right.
until eventually I did. You know. So.
Okay. So growing up, like when it came to acting, who was like your biggest inspiration?
That's a hard question.
Or it could be a musician too, because I know musicians do influence people with acting too sometimes. But
Yeah. I don't think, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't have one. Like I just like, depending on like my phase in life, depended on like my inspiration. Like the very beginning is, like we said, like Wasbi Productions, like
Yeah.
Alex was definitely like a huge,
yeah.
like I would literally at dance, like be like Richard. I would be like, oh, Richard, like just walking around. I'm so serious. Like it was huge.
Bro, I'm telling you, Alex was so funny with the
Yeah.
Richard, the Rolanda.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, bro. Like, I think this generation will never know how quality
No.
that YouTube experience was. Like, me and my sister would, like, we would go to the park, play outside all day, and then come back and say, like, the new episode dropped. Sit there just watching the computer. Like,
Yeah.
even having a computer, oh my gosh, bro.
I know, right? And
Now
not
I-
like your iPhone
Yeah,
or
now
your
I
iPad.
kind of,
Yeah.
I'm not going to say I feel old, but I kind of just, I want to bring that back. I want to bring that quality back of
I
watching
know.
videos on the computer and
know.
not having a phone. You know,
Yeah.
those type of things. Like,
No, literally.
man, those are the peak times.
Or like a tablet. Like
That's what
an
I'm
old
saying.
like Samsung
like,
tablet or something.
Yeah, and it starts
Yeah.
glitching or something.
Yeah,
like they
yeah.
exit out or something. Oh my gosh.
Makes me think of like Skype and stuff
yeah.
before FaceTime.
Oh my gosh, Skype was a huge thing, dude.
But then yeah, as I grew up, like story-wise, I think all the movies that I were watching was like my inspiration. I didn't necessarily have like one. It's really hard to like go back, because it was just, I watched so many movies.
Right.
But like acting-wise, I feel like it was a little bit more of YouTube that inspired me, because I didn't necessarily think I wanted to make movies necessarily. I think I just like to make content. So I was more like, I want to like do YouTube, and I want to have my YouTube channel, which
Yeah.
I did. But then eventually I was like, actually, I want to like be part of like movies, which is what I love.
Yeah.
But for inspiration, like Alex Wasbi for sure. Do you know Kyle Exum?
I've heard that name, but I just don't remember the face. But
like he made like parodies to songs where it was like his
like a
dad
Justin
or his
Bieber or something
mom.
like that.
I don't know if he did Justin Bieber. It was a little bit.
Wait.
It was definitely more like rap. Like his main one was like God's Plan, but it was like Dad's Plan, and he had like.
I feel like if I see the face, I would know who you're talking about because that name sounds so familiar.
Yeah, maybe.
Did he make like parodies to like Kesha and like all the other artists and stuff like that, or was it only? Okay, so that's somebody else.
It was definitely more like just strictly like rap and stuff, and then he did his own skits, but yeah. Okay. So just a couple, I suppose. But
do you have like a favorite like genre of movies you like to watch or like kind of act?
No.
Okay.
I think like growing up, it was definitely like Star Wars. And that's not even like sci-fi, sure, but I didn't care about other sci-fi movies. I just like Star Wars. It was literally like everything.
I need to watch Star Wars.
Like, it's. I mean, it's not for everyone. But like, I don't know. Just growing up on it, and like, I'm a huge, like, not in real life, like no, but like the thought of like just like large scale galactic warfare is like super. I'm like, yeah, dog. Like these armies here, but like there's a reason and there's someone manipulating everything, and there's just so many layers to Star Wars that like there's just so much lore. So it's like when you understand all of the lore, it's just like I don't know. That's even satisfying in itself. But now like after going to film school, like I kind of like it was a harsh truth where I was like, oh, I gotta lock in on everything. I can't just watch Star Wars for 50 times in a row. I gotta like really watch everything and like be fluent in everything. So like from my freshman year to now, because you know Letterboxd, it's like the movie app where you can like log movies, rate movies, follow people, and see what they're watching.
I don't think I know about
that. But it's pretty much like imagine like Spotify, you know, where like when you listen to music, like you can put it in a playlist or like it kind of tracks your like algorithm and whatnot. You can go back to your history and see like when you listen to stuff. It's kind of the same thing for movies. Like after like I watch a movie, I'll go to Letterboxd and be like, I watched this movie today, and then you could see like all the movies that you've ever watched. So I put literally every single movie that I've ever watched in that app. So I'm kind of on a tangent here. But like before I went to film school, I think I was at like I've seen 847 movies. Wow. And then but then from freshman year to now, I've seen like almost 1,400 movies. So I watched like almost like about 500 in just like 4 years. Yeah. Maybe more actually. Math.
I think about it for a second.
Yeah, no, almost like 600. Yeah, because like I just wanted to be fluent in everything and like have so many different genres.
But
like,
that's you putting in like your 10,000 hours. Like that's the equivalent to that. So that's actually really good that you've done that.
But still, I don't have a genre though. Like, I just like everything. I don't know.
Okay. Let's talk more about your credentials. So you graduated from DePaul. It's DePaul University?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Can you talk more about like how you attended, why you decided to choose that school, kind of like how the process was, like signing up for that, going to college, and how your experience was there?
Be honest, remember Connor?
Yes.
It was honestly mostly because of him.
Okay.
And if he's watching this, like I'm being honest, it was mostly because he. But like because once I got into high school and then like halfway through high school, me and him like really became friends. Like we used to hang out once in a while and like we knew we had the same interests, but then like we really started to hang out and like he had the same like capabilities that I had where like he's able to write scripts, direct, but like he also had more layers where like he was really good at editing because like he can do insane like VFX, like everything. So like we were kind of like, oh, we should like blend together. And then once we discovered that, we were like, we should continue this because we're both serious about this. So we were like, let's both go to film school together. But like at first we were kind of unrealistic and we were like, let's just like go to USC or let's go to like New York Film Academy or whatever. Like we wanted to go somewhere huge. But then like as we were looking at like, okay, that's like $70,000 a year. Or like that's kind of like far. I don't know if we want to go from like suburbs in Minnesota to like Los Angeles or New York right now. But I was like, I don't know, like maybe we could just do Minnesota, but like be honest, like Minnesota film programs aren't the best. So we're like, I don't really know. And then he all of a sudden was like, well, did you think about like Chicago? They have like a bunch of film schools there. And I was like, oh, I didn't even think about that.
Right.
And then I was like, shoot, let's just submit, whatever. And then they both gave us like almost like 3/4 of the way scholarship. So we're like, okay, like we're saving a lot of money. Like that year they became like in the top 10 for like film schools. We're like, let's do it.
Nice.
So if he didn't like bring that up, I wouldn't have been there for sure. So
nice. Shout out Connor.
I know,
What you
literally.
want, honestly.
Yeah.
That's good. Like, how was your experience at that school and like your experience in Chicago?
I'm gonna cry. No, I love Chicago so much.
Everybody says that when they go. I honestly am anticipating to go in the future.
Yeah, I mean, I love being back at home, and there's definitely like reasons why, like, you know, like it's not like Chicago and Minnesota, you know what I mean? Like there's so many reasons that you would enjoy Minnesota, but like, I don't know, for me, Chicago, like I've never, like it was almost like really surreal for me because once I got there and like the second I sat down in like my first class for film, I was like, damn, like all these people are serious about going, like I knew me and then Connor and everyone else was like, oh my God, you guys want to go to film? And now everyone else is doing the same thing. It was like, whoa, this is like shock, you know what I mean? But it was like also like inspiring because it's like professors always said like these aren't just like your classmates, these are like your coworkers, your peers, like work with these people. Like you have like a huge network just by going to the school because you have so many people. And DePaul, the thing is like DePaul, their film program is relatively new. Like they've been around for a while, but like they're just getting big now. So their acceptance rate for film was kind of high because they were like, we just want people to come in. They want like, we want you to use our resources and also get our name out there. But too many people came in. So then they were like, oh, okay. So like after we came in, they like, their acceptance rate went from like 60, like 8% to like 40 or something. Like they dropped it. But like we had like, realistically, like in a directing class, you should have maybe like max like 20 people in your graduating class. So all those directors could have like their own, like they can make their own films as like a thesis film. And all the other majors are all other roles that are a part of that project. So they all kind of work on your project. So like, for example, you'll have like sound design majors on your project, people who capture on set sound on your project, editors, you know what I mean? But like DePaul wasn't like that because there isn't 15 to 20 directing kids. There's like 400. So how does every director get a film to make? That's just, there's no way because there's too many. So I think my experience at DePaul was fun because it was very like eye-opening, so many different opportunities, so many different creatives. Chicago, like there's so many cool places to like shoot things and like it's still the Midwest, so they're still like pretty chill where it's like if you were to go to LA or New York and walk into a restaurant and be like, hey, I want to shoot here, they'd be like, okay, how much money you got? Or like I would do that in Chicago and they'd be like, yeah, for free, like just chill as hell, kind of like Minnesota is. So for that reason, like going there was amazing. DePaul had so many resources, like we can rent out equipment for free, like everything. But because there were so many of us, like I feel like academic wise, I didn't get too much out of it. And the first 2 years is very like on paper academic, like film classes where it's kind of like, I feel like we would just learn more by like doing more workshop and just doing and just being on set. But like, I also was a little like, it was very much like you have to make the best out of this situation, which like you apply that to everything in life. But because there was too many kids at DePaul, like they couldn't necessarily do that for everybody. So you really just had to make it yourself. But also it's kind of hard as a kid in college because like you're just like, whoa, Chicago. So like some people were like, I'm just gonna be on set every weekend and work. Where I was like, I just want to explore the city. And then I got to a point where I'm like, oh, I need money because like this is expensive. But the thing is, like, no shade on people at DePaul, but like 75% of them, like their parents can pay for everything. Where it's like, my parents can help out, but like they can't pay for everything. Like there's no way. So a lot of people could just be comfortable in the sense of like, I can live here, I can go out, and then I can be on set every weekend and not get paid for it because like I'm just trying to work towards my career, which no shade on them, because that's good, but it's also like I had to work like part-time, almost full-time too, because I had to like fund life. You know what I mean?
That's real. That's real.
So it was definitely, I'm talking a lot.
No, you're good.
It was good in a whole sense of like, it was really good for like me gaining independence, me becoming an adult.
Yeah.
It's great for film because I met so many people, and by like my last year, like I had a really good network where like I could, if I had the time, I could hop on to sets and help them work on their stuff, and then I can also have them help me with stuff that I want to make, like the film that I made. But then all of a sudden I was like, oh, gotta go back home.
Yeah.
Which I'm happy to be here, but it was definitely like huge transition.
So what was your first of all, thank you for all that information, because I didn't even know that much about DePaul, honestly. I was going to ask, before I ask my next question, is what was that school mainly known about before
Before film?
Yeah, before the film program.
Law.
Law?
Law and just like business.
Okay.
Because they're pretty big.
Yeah.
They have like so many different like departments that they are pretty like strong in. Like they don't necessarily like stand out. Like it's not like Loyola, Chicago or something like that, but like their programs are pretty strong in like everything. But I think business and law were what they were known for the most.
Nice. So my next question is, where do you see your creative journey taking you in the next 3 to 5 years?
I don't know.
You know?
That's a good question. Okay. I honestly don't know.
Okay.
I think at this point, like I've been very like manifesting on like everything that I want to do, and like everything that I've gotten. I think 50% of it was me like putting in the effort or mind power to try to get there.
Yeah.
But then the other like 50% is kind of just like things happening just because, you know, divine intervention, or like higher power, whatever you want to say, like things just happen.
Yep.
Right now in my life, you know, I came home just because school, like I did get most of it paid for, but I still got to pay for like a lot of things. And like I came home mostly for like a financial decision, just so I can like really be debt free, and then I can be like, all right, now I can do whatever I want again. Yeah. Especially since I'm young, because I'd rather do it now than like in 5 years be like, all right, I can't do this, I gotta go back home. You know what I mean? But like, I don't really know what I want to do anymore. I don't know, because I think mostly going back to the beginning of our conversation is like acting is what I really want to do. And I did go to film school because I thought going to acting school was not necessary. Where like going to film school, you can learn so much more about making movies, and you can be more fluent in everything, and it helps me really understand like the process of making movies. Where like acting, you're solely just focused on like your character and being an actor, where I feel like you can learn that just by being like on set as an actor and just getting more experience. Yeah. But in reality, I still wanted to like do the acting route. So I think right now I'm just focused on like trying to be like an actor, and then like I'm trying to be creative as like director whenever I can, or whenever I feel like it, but not towards like getting a job necessarily. Because also like there's so many different routes to do it, and like in the film industry, one option is like just becoming like crew, because when you graduate, you're not like, I'm a director now and I'm Ryan Coogler making movies. Like that's not how it happens. Like either A, like you're just on set because you love film so much and you're working 12-hour days for like $15 an hour as like a PA. I don't necessarily want to do that. Like I like being on crew when it's like I know the people and like I know the vision, but like just to be like working as a PA, nah, I would rather work like a regular job that can get me more money. But then another route is just doing like the independent way, where it's like, okay, I'm a director, I'm a writer, and I have this story, and I'm gonna find people who can fund my project. I'm gonna fund my own project, hope to make something that people will want to watch, and then put it into film festivals where people will recognize that, and then be like, hey, no, actually you're good. Like we'll give you more money to make more movies, and then that's how people like Ryan Coogler, or even like Sean Baker.
Yeah.
He made like a Nora and like the Florida Project.
Actually, I think I was thinking about somebody else. I don't think I know who Sean Baker is. Okay.
But for example, like that type of filmmaker, most of everything he's done has been all independent. Like he doesn't have Warner Bros. Or Paramount or Disney under him. Like it's just him making movies with people who are willing to invest. And then he got to a point where like he won an Oscar just because like people watch his stuff and it's good. That's another route, but that's like definition of like struggling artist.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, you have to drop everything and just do that, and like you might be, eating ramen every night.
That's
like,
what I'm
you know
saying,
what I mean?
yeah.
I don't know if I want to do that either.
That's what I was thinking too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it gives your story lore, but at the same time too, I think if other people do it, I don't personally have to experience it. Maybe just watch it through their lens. So. Yeah, I can see where you're coming with that perspective.
Yeah, and I mean, if you love it enough, like you kind of let that slide.
Yeah.
But for me personally, like film and everything is my dream, but like my real dream is to like be financially stable, like have a family, and like kind of enjoy life as you go. So I'm trying to kind of do stuff like a happy medium in the middle. But right now I'm definitely focused on acting. I know I told you, but I got that agency, so I'm like excited. Thank you. I'm excited to see like where that goes. And then once I am debt free, then I'll probably move somewhere that does have a bigger industry, like maybe back to Chicago, but they're very like Chicago based. Like all the stuff they do is like Chicago PD, Fire, The Bear, like it's all Chicago.
Yeah.
I could go back to LA, but like LA also like they're falling off a little bit. Everything is still there, but like you don't have to be there. You know what I mean? Like if it was like LA or nowhere, I'd be like LA, but like you don't have to be there. So I'm also like curious about Atlanta because they have a huge film program
really
there.
Nice too. Yeah.
You been?
I haven't been to any of the states you're talking about, except for California. But yeah, I like hearing about your experiences though. Yeah, I haven't been there. Yeah. I should probably go.
I haven't been to Atlanta though.
You haven't?
No, but I know like it's a huge film scene, and it's like a huge black film scene too. So like
a lot of my favorite TV shows come from there too.
So I'm kind of just curious of like just going around and seeing what place would be new for me, and then just trying to work there. But I'm also like, while I'm here, I'm still trying to do stuff. I'm doing stuff with you and connecting with people and trying to see what I can do. But there's a lot of content creation here and like commercial work, but there's no like film work here. So it's just
not yet.
Different. Right, not yet.
Not yet. Yeah.
But it's just different.
Yeah.
It just feels different.
I see what you mean. Okay. Before I get into like my final question.
I know, I'm like, how long have we been going?
Yeah.
36 minutes.
Oh, 36 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a really
I felt
good
like it's been like an hour.
I know, me too. Okay. Let me not rush myself then. Okay. Let's circle back. So LA, how was your experience like going there, and like why did you go there for people who don't know?
Yeah, so LA is always somewhere that I wanted to go.
Okay.
Like, cause Chicago, I mentioned, I was like, that wasn't on my radar. And I was like, yeah, that makes more sense. It's like a baby step, more affordable. But like LA was the dream, but we were like, not yet.
Yeah.
But me and Connor both wanted to get there, and DePaul had a program where it's like for a quarter, because we weren't on semesters, it was quarters. So we had like 3 quarters a year. For a quarter, you could go to LA for like film LA quarter. Oh. And then like you're housed by DePaul there, and then like you're on a studio for classes, and then like you're just there. So like go explore. It's pretty much like just like dip your toes into LA, see how it is for 3 months, live there, experience it, and then go back to Chicago. But now you have an idea of what LA is like. So like instead of like I'm going to LA, now it's like okay, I'm going to LA because you have an idea. So I mean, yeah, it was super fun. But like it's so different. Like, not gonna lie, like being a little vulnerable here. I definitely like had a depressive episode when I was there for a bit because like it's just like crazy. Like it's like the stereotype of it being expensive is like real. Like my second day I was there, like we all like got dinner and like I ordered limeade, which here like a lemonade limeade's like maybe $2, $3. It's like $8. And I was like, all right, I'm already like spending money on parking, buying this food, and now like my limeade is $8. I was like, take it back. I don't even want this.
Just drink water at that point.
No, literally. Yeah. Like that's all you like, you know, like you really have to develop a mindset where it's like, you should already be conscious of your finances. Yeah. But there you really have to be conscious of your finances. Yeah, I agree. Because it's not like one day and now you're broke. Like, no. Like you can still live there and it's still like, you know, affordable, but you have to make it affordable for yourself. Like you really have to figure it out. Yeah. Because if you don't, then like you'll be swallowed up.
That's true. That's why I kind of feel like Minnesota is kind of like a cushion. I can say for myself, like it's not too hard out here. It's not too bad.
Minnesota is very cheap.
Yeah, it really is. Like you could really get like I'm pretty sure like the same meal that you got in LA is probably like $20 over here. Like people sell those plates. Yeah. I don't know exactly what you got, but I'm just assuming.
Well, even like drinks, like if we're talking about alcohol, like here, cocktails are like $12 to like $14. Chicago, it's like 16 to 18. LA, it's like 20 to 23. Like that just gives you a perspective. Or even gas. Gas is like $7 to $5 range there a gallon. Yeah.
Wow, $7 is actually crazy. Yeah. And I used to get happy when gas would go down to like $2.89.
No, literally.
Like $2.70, $2.60. Oh my gosh, I remember when I first started driving and like the gas was like $1.
No, I know.
It was like $1, like 75 cents. I was like, wow. I'll never see that again.
I think right now, like what the prices are, I mean, this is like kind of politics. I don't want to get into it. But right now, I feel like the prices kind of like make the most sense because it's also like when it gets cheaper, it's also like, how is this getting cheaper? You know what I mean? Like sometimes it's like
faster too.
What'd you say?
It could probably be burning faster.
Well, that, but also it's like it's the supply that makes it cheaper. So it's like all of a sudden we get more oil for somewhere. Like, are we doing something shady? You know what I mean? That's a different conversation.
Clock it. No. You're spitting. Especially with all the things going on right now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not looking too good. Yeah.
But back to LA. The thing is too, like crazy work. Like my 4th day there, because my quarter that I was there was from January to March. Do you remember what happened in January in LA last year?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
so like 4 days in, like the fires were happening.
Yeah.
And like we weren't even like. We were like la-di-da-di-da. Right. We weren't even like thinking about it. We're like, oh, LA has fires.
Oh yeah,
like,
I remember seeing that on your story.
Yeah. We were like, LA has fires. Like, it's just what they have, whatever. And then like, all of a sudden, because it was like 30 of us of DePaul that were living in this apartment that had like 4,000 people that lived there. It was like, what the hell is this? This complex was huge.
4,000 people. Insane.
That's what I'm saying. But like. Anyway, so we all had a group chat, and like one by one, they all were like, "Hey, we're evacuating. Stay safe," or whatever. And like who I lived with like 2 of my other best friends that I met through DePaul, and then 2 other people that became friends, and we're all guys. We're like, "What do you mean you're leaving?" And we're like, "Let's go out and save the fires. It's not even that bad." The place we were at had a rooftop, so we're like, "Let's just go to the roof and like take a look." And we go up there, and we're like, "Oh, like." It's right there. Like we can see it. Like we should probably get the hell out of here. And like as we were doing that, like all of the people from DePaul were like already gone. So we were like the last people there. And other people like in the apartment that weren't even part of DePaul were leaving too, like running with their suitcases. And we were like, okay, like time to go. So then like I was like, I've never evacuated before. What do I pack?
That's what I'm saying.
I'm like just throwing shit in my suitcase. Like I guess like this is what I'm bringing. Like whatever. But then LA traffic's already pretty bad too, so it's like imagine everyone in one spot trying to get out at the same time. So now it's like it almost felt like apocalypse, where it's like it wasn't like don't get like an exaggerated thought in your head. Where it's like everyone's like but like it definitely was like okay, where do I go? Like traffic here, traffic there, fire there. Like I gotta lock in. But where do I go? I'm not from LA. So like. There's like some shelters that my roommates were like, we can go here. They're providing shelters and this, you know, whatever. And I'm like, I don't know. Like, what do we do? And then my friend had a rental car and it was an EV. And he's like, let me charge my car real quick. And I'm like, F your car. It's a rental. And he's like, I don't want to deal with that later though. I'd rather like if this place burns down, I want to have the car. I'm like, all right, fine.
If it burns out, wouldn't that not be your problem anymore?
You think so? I don't know. Okay. But then like, me being the friend, I'm like, all right, I'll follow you to the charging station. So while like everyone's freaking out in the fire, we're sitting there for 45 minutes letting his car charge. I'm like, this is dumb. I'm like, what are we doing? But low key, it was kind of good that we did that because
Yeah.
in that time, DePaul emailed us
Mm-hmm.
and they were like, "Hey, you have to evacuate. This is where to go. We
Yeah.
bought hotels for you guys by
Oh wow,
LAX.
okay,
like
that's
go
really
there."
that's really dope. That's really dope.
It was
yeah.
dope, but
Yeah.
it was kind of late because everyone else already evacuated
Yeah.
and they already had places or spent money.
Yeah.
And then like we kind of benefited because we waited like the last second.
Yeah.
So like we were the only ones to stay at the hotel because we literally waited
Yeah.
like until the fire was like at the door. But then we were at a hotel for 3 days. We went back to the apartment for 2 days, but the pollution was so bad that like they brought us all the way to Anaheim, and there's nothing to do in Anaheim. And we
Never heard
stayed.
of that city before.
It's where Disneyland is. So it's
Okay.
like nothing in Anaheim.
Yeah.
Disneyland,
Yeah.
like it is random. But we were kind of like in a motel-ish place, so like we were there for a week.
Yeah.
So it was like I'm in LA to make opportunities to explore it, and I'm sitting in Anaheim in a hotel for a week because of these dangerous ass fires.
Yeah.
And there's a whole city that's gone. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So it's
yeah.
kind of like, okay, well, this isn't what I wanted it to be,
Wow.
and it's expensive.
Yeah.
So, and then we can't have groceries really because we're at a hotel. How do you buy groceries? So you're eating out every night.
Yeah.
But then eventually, once we got back into the swing of things, then it was amazing. Like the amount of inspiration you feel in that city is like crazy. Like the weather is so nice. Like the
Yeah.
ocean's there, the beaches.
Yeah.
And they're a city that is like fundamentally based off of film. So it's like there's so many things that are like free to do. Like all of a sudden a director will be like, I'm doing a screening at this theater, come meet me, and it's free. Like
Yeah.
there's just so much stuff that's like what people do for fun is film here.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you know, people here is like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go see a movie. Oh cool, yeah, movies. Or it's like
Yeah.
there, it's like movies. This is what we do. So like that was definitely fun to like experience that.
Yeah.
But it is just like a lot. And like, have you ever played GTA 5?
Yeah.
It's literally like GTA 5. Like just randomness,
Random things going on,
everything,
yeah.
everywhere. Like Connor, he lives there now. He describes it as like a Fortnite lobby, where it's like there's just everyone just doing their random own thing in their own little area. And you're just
Yeah.
like, what the hell is going on? Like, you'll drive down the street and see like a businessman, and then next to him is someone like twerking, making a TikTok.
That's what.
Like,
Oh my gosh! I literally seen a clip of that in a TV show I was just watching. I forgot what it was, but I didn't know it was actually that.
Yeah.
That spot on.
It's not like every corner you
Yeah.
see it, but like stuff like that happens. It's just like you would not see that here. You wouldn't see it in Chicago.
Yeah,
Like,
people are kind of more stable here for the most part.
yeah.
They kind of just.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel that kind of shies away people from doing different stuff like that too. But
It almost makes you like reconsider, like, do I really want to do this? Like, do I want to do this? But then when you realize you don't have to be there, and then it's
Yeah.
like, okay, you know. So, but yeah.
okay. So still kind of talking about DePaul, because I really like this experience, like, you know, how your experience been. I like hearing more about it. So what would you say is like the number one thing you learn about networking from DePaul? Like, what did it teach you about networking?
I feel like most like authentic creators are like very nice and usually kind of like down to earth, and those are the type of people that you want to work with.
Yeah.
So like just reaching out, like literally, like the people that worked on my film, like they've been on so many sets. They're 10 years older than me. They got their masters at DePaul. Like I was intimidated by them. I was like, damn, these guys are legit. I don't know. I'm like, I'd love for them to like be my cinematographer and my lighter gaffer, but I'm like, nah, I really want to work with like an undergrad. But then I just like texted them and they're like, hell yeah, man. I'm like, oh, okay. So like just reaching out to people. Even like I had a friend, her name's Tanya. She's produced like music videos for like actual like artists and stuff, and just by DMing them and being like, hey, huge fan of your stuff.
Yeah.
I'd love to do this. And they're like, sure.
Right.
So like literally just reaching out,
Yeah.
just trying to like be friends with people. It's kind of simple, but it's just like sometimes, like most of the time, like if people don't respond to you or they want to be pretentious about it, it's because like I wouldn't want to work with them anyway, or they're so busy that they don't even like really see your text or your DM, you know what I mean?
See that.
So
So your short film, Rough Around the Edges, let's get into that. 'Cause I've
Yeah.
been wanting to talk about this for a long time. So for those who don't know about the film, can you kind of give them like the inspo behind it and just like what the name kind of stands for?
yeah, so the inspo was my barber in Chicago. it took me a while to find them, and once I did, I was like, yeah, this is the spot.
Yeah.
And then like, you know, every barbershop, like you just talk. So by the end of my time in Chicago, like I knew this guy. You know what I mean? It wasn't just my barber. I would go to a shop that, how most barbershops work is like the barbers in the shop pay for the chair, so it's not like their shop, but like, you know, so I would always text him privately and like not call the shop or anything, and then I'd always know to go to that shop. And then one day I went to the shop and it was like just like gone. And I'm like, what the hell? Like I got an appointment, and like, where do I go, bro? It's like, oh, my bad, I'm down the street at Meech's, which is like another guy who cut hair there. So I went down there and I'm like, what happened? And he told me that like all of a sudden one day the owner came in and was like, I'm closing, guys, like sorry, like I gotta close. And they're all like, whoa, like we all pay you like hell money to like get a chair, like how are you closing? Like that doesn't make sense. So that was like kind of inspired me to be like, okay, like stuff like this does happen, and also like random bombshells in your life might all of a sudden happen where it's like you think you're steady on something, like it might not necessarily be where you thought you'd be, but at least you're steady with something, and all of a sudden like boom, like now you got to just pivot, you got to think of something new to do. But sometimes things like that cause something that's even better for you, but like that stuff you can't plan, where it's like you're so hyper focused on like getting to where you want to be, but sometimes getting there is like with something that you wouldn't even expect and you can't predict, you can't, you know. So the log line of the film is when an aspiring barber all of a sudden loses his job, he has to decide to whether sideline it to take care of his family or continue it with an unforeseeable future. So it's all kind of just about like getting to where you want to be in life and your dreams, but also like having responsibilities and like having duties that you need to do, that like maybe dropping that for your dream is gonna like hurt everything that you have responsibility to in the meantime. So
I like that. Well, I'm sad that your barber didn't have to experience that, but I like how you took his situation and made it into a film. That's actually really cool. So what was it like working with your creative team, the ones who helped you put the film together?
It was amazing. Like most projects that I worked on through middle school and high school, you know, were kind of me, and then my friends would kind of tag along and then just be like, whatever you want us to do, man. Or like, you know, when I made videos with Brandon, it was like both of us having ideas, but it was just us figuring stuff out. And once I got to college, I still kind of had that same backbone of just making stuff with friends, so it wasn't necessarily professional where it's like, you're the production designer, you're the cinematographer. It was all of us kind of just like bring our ideas together, but they're all like pretty good ideas because we all are trying to go to film together. So we made cool stuff. But then that was like the real first time that I like made something where it was like, I have a production designer. I have someone to offload footage for me. I have like every single role, not every single role, but like every role that we really needed, they were there, and they were experts at what they did. So it all like came together where it's like I could really just direct, and I produced a little bit too, and write, and that's all I had to worry about, really. Like there was times where like my producer, like I'd be like, you know, concerned about like, well, will this location really let us? And they'd be like, don't worry about it. Like that's what we're supposed to figure out. You're supposed to just worry about like your story, your characters, like everything. And I'm like, wow. So I really got to like just focus on like the vision, the story, and like it was just really cool to like see everyone's like, I almost felt like everyone's, well, it's also like really good creators in anything, they never really have their best work because everything is their best work. Where like they don't necessarily have like a routine or structure. Like they all kind of just like feel it and then just do it, and that's like the true creativity. And it just felt like everyone was like just giving like their best, and like it just was like, I don't know, super special. I've never like had that. So
nice. Excuse me, I almost lost my voice for a second.
No,
so is that like your first time being in your creative director role? I mean, bag. I say bag because, you know.
No, like, you know, through like all the YouTube stuff and all of that, like I was still like the director.
That's true.
But I was doing like everything else. Like I was also doing the production design. I was also like setting up the lights and stuff, where it's like, yeah, this was the first time where I could just like direct. And like, as a director, your main job is yes to oversee everything, make sure the vision's coming to life. But the real like mission is to like connect with your actors. Like, if you don't have a relationship with your actors and you don't allow them to feel like they have a space where they can be vulnerable and they can like really bring out the character, like, you're not gonna have a good film.
Yeah.
And I think since like, you know, I'm not trying to sound egotistical, but I feel like I can like, you know, make friends and I can talk to people. So like, having that be the first time where I can really use that skill to like really like connect with somebody and make them feel comfortable in a professional setting was like the best like thing ever. And like, I believe that like they really gave like an amazing performance because we were all like able to just connect. And like, the rehearsal process, and instead of like, this is the decision that we made about the character, it was like we got to like discover it together. So it was a lot of like everyone just discovering things together, and that's like what made it really special and unique.
Yeah.
So.
Great. So my final question for you is, what kind of stories do you feel most connected to when you're storytelling through your work?
I think very grounded stories, like any story that really like follows like almost like self-discovery about a character, where it's like grounded in reality but over a span of maybe like a couple days, or it's like something insane happens to somebody and they just have to like really figure it out, but also like they're discovering themselves in the process.
Nice. Well, Nathan, thank you so much for being on the Wasbi podcast today.
Of course,
it's been
thank
great
you for having me.
It's been great to be working with you over the past like 2 years technically.
Yeah.
So I'm just grateful, and I'm excited to see like what 2026 brings for your creative journey. And
Me too.
yeah, honestly, this is gonna be a really great year. But thank you guys so much for viewing this episode. We have Nathan here. Nathan, give your social medias before you exit off.
Yeah. I think it's just my name. Just Nathan.Vogelsang is my Instagram. And then that's all I really use right now, I'm going to be honest. So that's all I'm going to get.
Okay, that's real. Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode. We'll see you, I think it's next week for our next episode. I won't let you guys know who is actually, no. It will be February when you guys see this episode. And we're going to be having the Imperfected Beauty of Sisterhood series going on throughout the whole month of February. So the whole month of February is dedicated to me and my project. I'm so excited. But yeah, otherwise, I'll see you guys. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Tune into the podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Thank you guys. Have a good night. Bye.